Hello students, welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep Spotlight, a show where we bring our toppers, achievers into the spotlight and listen to their inspiring exam preparation journey. I'm Nivedita Rajay, your host for today. And in Spotlight today, we have a student whose name is Arnab Kumar Mullick. Hello Arnab, how are you?
Hello, ma'am. I'm doing great.
Okay, so let's welcome him. And before we begin, I would like to have a brief introduction about yourself.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm Arnab Kumar Mullick, and I got into Nalsar, Hyderabad. I got AIR 102 in the CLAT exam, and I'm from Vaishali, Ghaziabad.
That's amazing, Arnab. First of all, congratulations. And this is a wonderful, wonderful achievement. You have gotten into one of the most prestigious law schools of the country. You must be extremely happy, aren't you? How does it feel? Do you feel like a balloon or something?
Yeah, obviously, I'm really happy, and obviously, I was preparing for a long time, like 2 years, like prep and all. But obviously, like when you get it, it's a different level of happiness. So obviously, I'm really grateful and really happy.
So what was the first reaction? Like that is that is a very good question. That's a very, what should I say? That's something that I always want to know. What was the first thing that you did after you got to know that you are in Nalsar?
So actually, fun story. I was like when the results were about to be announced, it was like maybe they'll announce it in the night, like they always do that.
Yeah,
But yeah, so they always announce it in the night. So I was like like just beside my house there is a park, and so I was just going because I was like very tensed, and also I just went there. I was just roaming here and there, and then suddenly like I had some groups and all, and suddenly it was like the results has come out, and I just like ran from the park. I just came to my house, and then I just like literally ran, and I just checked, and I was like, okay, like it's good. I mean, obviously, like it was very like, I mean, not, it's like you don't actually show a lot of reaction at that point. The main thing happens after that. You are like in a like
trance. You're not
yeah,
able to
like
see it. Yes, I
yeah,
get it.
in a static phase, like you don't exactly know what to say. But after that, like when you calm down, you're like, okay, fine, I got into that, it's over, it's great. So yeah, that was it.
Right. So the hard work paid off. I
Exactly.
I have been through that feeling. So uh, as soon as I heard the news, I did my masters from Nalsar actually.
Okay.
So as soon as I heard the news for a moment, I was like, okay, this happened, and then it sunk. And then I was
Exactly.
like, oh my God, I got into Nalsar. Yes, I
Exactly.
know that
The
feeling.
starting moment, you don't feel that much, like you are
Yeah.
just numb, sort of.
Hmm. So, okay, so the most important question, since you are in one of the top law colleges, when did this decision came to your head that, okay, I'm going to sit for CLAT, this is going to be my career? When did you decide it?
So actually, this is also very complicated. I actually decided after 10th. So what happened was, I like in ninth and 10th, I was really unsure. I was thought I'll take science. Like basically, it just happens with you that you don't know what to do, and the obvious choice is just to take science and wait. I mean, mostly. So, but then after 10th, I remember the day I had my last exam. It was SST, I believe, the last exam of boards in class 10th. I came back home, and like I always had this law because actually both of my parents are lawyers, so I sort of had that background anyways, but I was not sure about it. So I came back from my exam, and I don't know what had happened, but I was just going through the net, and I just saw like this CLAT exam, and I started solving the sample paper. I don't know why, but I just started solving, and then like suddenly like the interest grew. Then we searched about it, researched. Then we found like the actually in 11 there is subjects like legal studies as a subject in CBSE. I didn't know about it, so then we found out. Then I actually changed my school in 11th, and then like the preparation started. So essentially it started only in 11th, and honestly it was very sudden.
Hmm.
So but after that it just grew the interest.
You believe that destiny had goals for you?
Definitely, I guess so. I mean, obviously, like it's a mixture of everything, and I believe it did
Of course.
it did have its part, obviously.
Yes. So that's great. I'm actually glad that you took that decision, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah, I am, because I was really confused because I did love, like I had a very keen interest on politics, on all this like politics and elections, and I mean like sort of like law side I had interest, but I just didn't know exactly what to do. And my main concern was about the subjects, but then I found like there was something like a legal studies subject I was then really interested. So I would say like that was a key turning point about finding out that subject actually exists, and then changing my school and then going over there, and then the
Well,
interest like just rose.
Of course, you're going to face that a lot when you go to the college, since they have guest faculties, not always faculties, but renowned people
Guest
like
speakers.
like at my time, Sadhguru came.
Yeah, I actually saw that interview. It's on YouTube. I saw the
It's
entire
yeah,
interview.
it's
It's
on YouTube, exactly.
yeah, it's
So renowned people come, they might be, renowned spiritual personalities, lawyers, politicians, and then student gets an open interview with them. So some students are extremely grilling, like, they feel
I
shocked.
saw one of Asauddin Owaisi also on Nalsar, and it was really like tense, like very intense interviews were
Yeah,
happening.
they become intense. So you actually get that atmosphere. These national law universities give student a certain exposure where they can think, they can speak, and it's wonderful. It's very
It's a great
important for a
platform.
lawyer.
It's
Yeah,
a great platform.
of course. So CLAT is definitely difficult. Okay, so you don't compare it with other exams, but in its own way, CLAT is a pretty tough exam. If you factor in the level of competition and the number of students appearing. So since you were from the science background, as you are clearly saying, what problems did you face, like balancing academics and everything, such massive syllabus in 11th and 12th, and then
No,
competition also?
so basically, like after 11th, as I said, like I found legal studies, so I changed. So basically, I did humanities with maths, but my combination was but my combination was very weird. Like I had political science, legal studies, but I also had maths and economics along with English. So it was not exactly a complete humanities background. I would say it was a mix of it, and but obviously, like as you're talking about, the balancing was problematic. Actually, specifically, so because of the pandemic just hit. So in 11th and 12th, my entire 2 years of school was just spent in the pandemic, and especially I would say 11th was a bit of a problem, and I could not focus really well for CLAT. I would say my main preparation, the major portion was in 12th, because 11th I was like not able to balance it correctly, because the online mode of schooling and the new school changing, and then online like the classes, so it was a bit problematic. But then that's why I took it from like started from 11, because anyways like it takes a bit of a time. So by the time I was in 12th, I was able to manage it very well. So I had to balance, and like finally you have to choose one between the two. Like at the end you have to like make a decision, all that I'll give 60% to one thing at least. So that came in 12, but then I was able to handle both of them very well because of like the problems I had faced in 11th. I was able to do it.
Of course. So you actually started at a very right times. Whatever problems you were to face, you faced them early on. Then you could proceed with as much vigor as you could. So you mentioned science, so I assumed you were from science background. But nevertheless, so coming to humanities, did this stream help you in your preparation?
Well, definitely, like especially as I mentioned, the political science and legal studies subjects were very helpful because they were directly linked to like the legal section of CLAT paper. And yes, I would say like definitely like even some let's say static knowledge questions. Like I mean, obviously the paper had pattern had changed, but then obviously if you have a bit of a background in law and all, it obviously helps you, and it's 40 marks. So like these two subjects really helped me a lot, and it just helped me to keep in touch. So even when I was studying for let's say board exams, like those concepts were being revised. So like in legal studies, let's say in the term one, we had subjects like law of contract, torts, they were in the syllabus. So I was anyways revising them. So it's like I was just doing CLAT as if. So that really helped me a lot.
So for the students who, just want to take CLAT, not engineering, nothing. So would you suggest that humanities is a way to go, that they should actually go for the stream?
I think yes, and right now like with the education policy, it's very like flexible. So I would suggest to take up political science and legal studies, and rest can be up to their choice and up to their specifications. But I would say legal studies and political science are really helpful. So like if you want to take it and you just want to focus on CLAT, I think this is very helpful.
Good. That's actually a very nice way to go. At my time, they didn't have those subjects, but hey, we still qualified.
Even the fact that you can take maths like happened much later on, because
Yep.
maths also helped, because like in CLAT you have that 15 marks, so taking maths was really important again, because I thought it was not, like because they just test you till class 10. But the point is that most of the people, they were not in touch with mathematics for 2 years. So when they give the exam and you face with maths, that's the problem. So I didn't have that problem because for 2 years I was doing maths continuously,
Mhm.
so that also helped me.
Right. So thankfully, they don't ask that advanced integration, differentiation,
Exactly.
LMX, but they do stick to the basic concepts.
Basic.
Yes, you need to be in practice. Otherwise, you just would completely forget or get nervous. Some students actually leave out the entire section, which is a very bad idea, fatal completely.
Yeah.
So what was the role of BYJU'S exam prep in your preparation?
So I had opted for the test series course. So the thing was that like I have to give more and more mocks. My main strategy during the last phases was to take more and more mocks, because at that time you don't study, like you are studying the concepts and all is over, but then you have to test yourself. So I believe that at that point it was really important, and the problem was that most of them, what I found, like before enrolling, obviously I had gone through others and everything. The problem was that even the test one, like there is one mock that you can take test, right, and then you can enroll and all. So the others also, I found that the questions was like really either very difficult or something like that. So I had taken that test, and I think it was like, I mean, sort of a equal level as to the exact, like, I mean, it was in place with the examination, the standard and all. And then I enrolled it, and I think I took almost all the, I think there were 20 or something tests in CLAT. And I mean, I guess one I didn't take, but almost every. So like I think there was 1 week, there was one mock on Sunday. So I took them. And in the last phase, there were like more than multiple, I think 2 mocks in a week. So at the last stage, it just really helped me. So I would just take the test. I would have my OMR sheet with me, like a offline mode, and I'll just pick the answers in the online mode, and I'll just mark the OMR. So I had my OMR practice, and obviously like the test series really helped with the solutions and all of that. So I had to do more and more practice. So over there, the level of questions were very good. Solutions were also good. Like explanations were like really good. So that really helped me.
Okay, so besides the fact that you practiced through a lot of mocks, was there any other strategy that you inculcated in your preparation?
Yes, so as I said, the thing is about giving the mocks, the mock analysis becomes the most important. So for that, what I did was I made a study group, and we used to analyze it together. So like, let's say the BYJU'S mock that I gave. So all four of us gave at our own time. And then after that, what we used to do is that we used to sit down, and all the questions that were wrong, we used to analyze it together. Obviously, the solutions were provided. Like if we didn't know, we would just go through the solutions, and we just would like just analyze the things and just figure out that why this answer is correct or why it is not. And then there was this one good feature about this reattempt option. So that in the BYJU'S, like the test, there is this, after you do the view solution, there is this reattempt mode. So that actually helped, because I would, like, all the questions that were wrong, I would reattempt that. So it's like when you see the answer automatically, now your mind just goes, okay, this is the right answer. But then when you have that reattempt option, you will think again. You don't remember, okay, what did I choose and what is wrong. So then you apply your mind again, and then you again do. And most of the times I used to get it right. So that feature was really good, the reattempt form. So
That's
that's
actually a very good thing. So the advancement of technology is really helping students.
it's
So what
really
is the
good.
best thing about BYJU'S exam prep that you found?
I would say, like, honestly, I would say this reattempt one really helped, because see, obviously the tests were really good, like I mean the questions and all, and it was like really similar to that question. Like especially, I mean GK this year was disastrous, but still, I mean in normal sense, the GK prep and all of that was really good. It was in sync with whatever was happening and all. Like we can't handle what CLAT does, but for preparation stage, the level of GK and all was very good. But yeah, I mean, apart from this, like one thing that I especially liked was about that analyzing part, like
Hmm.
that reattempt one, because that is because you can give mocks, but unless and until you analyze it properly, it will not improve. So it
Exactly.
happened like in a mid thing, I was just getting 90s continuously. So and then after that we started that group. Actually, after that only I started that group, and then we used to analyze more, and then actually it increased to like more than 100, and it stayed in that place. So that was a really good feature. It
That's
was.
amazing. So would you be recommending BYJU'S to your to peers and your juniors, anybody who wants to sit for CLAT?
Yes, definitely. Like as far as like the test series is concerned, it's really good. Like the questions and all, it's really good. I would.
Okay, so last question of today's interview. Who are those three people or things who would you like to give credit to for this, amazing achievement?
Okay. I mean, for the people, I would firstly say like my family. Like one would be my family, my friends, and third would be my study group. So these three were the most important thing. And as far as things, obviously, like the coaching institute that was there, the test series and all of that. But yes, for the people. So everybody played a very significant part, I would say. But yes, in a
Definitely.
collective way, like these were the
Of course. So obviously you can never do it alone. Competition is a journey. You do require help at several intervals. So
Yeah.
it was amazing speaking with you, Arnab. Your journey is definitely inspiring. May God bless you. And I'm sure you're going to do amazing in your college as well. Very,
Thank,
very all the best and God bless you. Thank you so
thank,
much.
thank you.